Hi, over 2 years ago we began talking about how we could improve our campus in a significant way. Now, over the time I've been here, we've done a lot of things to the campus to improve it. One of them, I'm just walking out of the office, one of them was even converting that office, which was a housing unit, into offices. We purchased this dirt parking lot. Behind me you can see the carport that we framed in and use that for Fridays at 5. But we're right on the threshold of doing a very significant project here at Gateway, and I want to give you a peek at what it is all about. So let's take a look at this. There's actually 10 different elements that we're going to be improving and considering improving. The most significant is the foyer right here. One of the observations that people make when they come to church for the first time is, where's the entrance? Where do you get into this building? And isn't it odd to have the entrance be on this side? It doesn't even face a parking lot, it faces this other building here. So one of our very first things, we're going to be tearing down the existing foyer. We're going to build it up about another 6 feet higher, and we're going to move it 12 feet further towards the Wallace building. So the size of our foyer is going to be greatly expanded, and the front of it is going to be an all glass double door entry on both sides. As well, when we do that, we're going to create a new outside look to the building. Instead of it being textured, all the way from here down to the Culwell Den is going to be a board and batten design. And then on the foyer, the 3 sides that are exposed are all going to be board and batten as well. We're going to have all the entrances be ADA, American Disabilities Act compliant, so that no longer is there going to be a tripping hazard for anybody that's impaired that way. It's going to be wheelchair accessible, wheelchair friendly. Another thing we're going to do is we're going to repave this parking lot, which is in desperate need of it. We're going to repave everything from the chapel and the office to Granite Creek Road, and we're going to go ahead and restripe everything. And then while we're at it, we are also going to improve the bathrooms over here that we use on Sunday morning. These belong to the school primarily, but we use them on Sundays. And right now, if you're in a wheelchair, you can't get into those bathrooms. So we're going to make those ADA compatible, and we're going to bring them up to current standards as well. You walk in there, and it's like walking in a time warp, walking 40 years back in time. Let me show you what else we're going to do over here. Take a look in here. One of the things we are going to do, one of the things we're going to do is we are going to take this tech booth and tear it down and relocate it. The reason being is that the tech booth currently extends into the foyer, and the foyer, there will be no intrusion in that. It's going to be one large area, another 12 feet wider, and the new tech booth is going to be on the opposite side of the chapel. We've got it elevated up here, so this is where it's going to be. We've already got a crew working on this, so the progress is on its way. We've started this, so we're going to be doing that as well. So there's another thing we're doing, and also heating's and cooling's been a problem in here. Let me show you the right angle here. So up above this wall, we're going to have some vents blowing in cold air and warm air as well on this side of the building. For when we need it. So we're going to try to address, the problem of it being really hot and stuffy on here on those days when we get the 90-degree plus weather here in Scotts Valley. So let me take you out the other door here through this door, which is only a single door right now. Like I said, it will be double glass door. All of this will be ADA compliant. And then here in the courtyard, we've got some changes that I'd like to explain. Let me just tour you around. Isn't it great to see the campus? Some of you just miss seeing this. But it's not going to be all that long. We'll be back together. But one of the things we're going to do, in fact, we've already done, is put glass doors on the entrances to the youth center. So we've already done that. There we go. So we've done that on both sides. These doors aren't cheap, by the way. It's probably why we've waited so long to do it, but we've got those on both sides. Ooh, I just locked it. Not a problem, I hope. Then in here, when we walk up these ramps, you can see there's steps you have to go up. So if you're in a wheelchair or crutches, it's very difficult, if not impossible. So we're gonna make ADA ramps on this side. As we go into the hallway here, this bathroom on the immediate side right here, we're gonna make that be ADA compatible so you can get a wheelchair in there, spin it around. And then one of the real exciting things is we're gonna be redoing our kitchen. This kitchen, oh man, thank you all the people that work in here, because it is a tiny kitchen that we've made do as best we can. But we're gonna go ahead and gut this. We're gonna extend the kitchen a few feet this other direction. There's a closet on the other side of me. We're gonna take that closet out. We're gonna put in new flooring, walling, shelving, lighting, and we're gonna modernize this to make it a very functional kitchen. The other thing we're gonna do is right now these two doors in the kitchen, if you worked in here, you know this, it's just a pass-through. You could be working in here, you could be working with food, you could be making coffee, cutting from fruit, and people just walking in and out of here all the time. Well, we're gonna change these doors so that no longer is it gonna be just a pass-through going from one side of the kitchen to the other. You're actually gonna come into the kitchen, and the entryway into the youth center is gonna be here way down on this other side. Also, man, you can't feel it right now, but it is hot in here. Every time I come in here, it's hot because this stove, the pilot lights continue to burn. We have never been able to figure out how to cool them down, and so we're gonna get a new stove. That's gonna be really good. Oh, yeah, the other thing, let me take you to this other side here. Very important because, again, if you're in a wheelchair or have ADA accessibility issues, this is a real problem for us, and we're going to be changing that so that this entrance into this pass-through hallway, the entrance into the Culwell Den is all going to be ADA compatible. So that is what we're going to be doing. And let me just see if I forgot anything. I guess the other thing too is when you walk into the Culwell Den, we're gonna make this entryway so there's not a step up here. That's a trip hazard. We're gonna make this all ADA compatible as well. And then finally, we're gonna recarpet in the chapel. So we got a lot of things going on here. That is the scope, the overall scope of what we're doing. And this includes getting all the permits, all the architecture fees, the building contract. So all of that is part of this grand scope. Like I said, we've been working on this for over 2 years now, and we're right on the cusp of pulling the trigger, making this happen. So I hope you join us in this adventure, and I will do my best to keep you posted along the way.